Welcome to D. Holloway's Midlife Takeover, where it's never too late to pursue life on your own terms and your own time because you absolutely deserve it. All right, so let's get into this video. Is it me, or has brokenness been eradicated from the face of the earth? Now, that's not a bad thing. I'd love to see brokenness cured. Now, you're probably saying, D, why do you say that brokenness has been cured? Because I've been noticing my immediate surroundings a little bit more lately. And to me, just strictly from appearance, it looks like everybody is out here balling and getting money and spending money. Now, for the record, I've never been the type of person to try and keep up with the Joneses. I ain't never been a hater. I love to see people doing well. But I'll be the first to admit I'm kind of puzzled how they're doing it. And I'm mostly seeing all this money around me in the form of expensive cars, houses, and fancy clothes and shoes and so forth. And I'll give you a few examples of what I'm talking about. My neighbor across the street, one house down from me, single dad, taking care of his kids, seems like a nice dude. I don't talk to him in detail. We just kind of speak from across the street. That's about it. But this guy has two Mercedes Benzes, and about a year ago, he got a GMC Sierra Denali truck. And this is about a $65,000 to $75,000 truck. I'm not sure what he does for a living, but it must pay him pretty well. Also, my two homeboys just got new vehicles. One of them, he's a project manager for some construction company, I believe. And he recently got a $85,000 all-electric BMW. And then the other homeboy, who's a truck driver, recently got a Yukon Denali, and I think he paid about 85 to 90,000 for it with all of the trimmings and everything. So these dudes are out here buying these expensive cars while I'm driving a 2015 Volvo and my wife has a 2020 Ford Escape. Their cars won't even let our cars in the club with them. There's a family in my subdivision just 2 blocks away from me. They have a Mercedes SUV, 2 big body Mercedes, and a new GMC Sierra truck parked in the driveway and on the street. And they recently just had this big outdoor pavilion built with TV screen and all this stuff with the big 8-9 foot fence and so forth. And I know that costs a pretty good penny because I'm into construction and remodeling and things like that. To be honest, me and my wife don't even have enough people to invite to fill up a pavilion. When I'm at the gym or the local Walmart, all I see is expensive cars around me. I see Tahoes, Denalis, Corvettes, BMWs, and I work out at a $20 a month gym. But apparently, a lot of these people in there, they really have that Lifetime Fitness money. And the other day I was at Walmart and I saw this little lady, little Hispanic lady, and she was struggling trying to climb up into this big ass extended cab, dually wheel raised up truck. And this thing was like chromed out, white, just shining, looked brand new. And I know that this is an $85,000 to $90,000 truck. Now, we both were shopping at Walmart, but apparently she really got that Whole Foods money. Even these damn kids are getting in on it. I was at my son's basketball game, and there were some kids on the court, and he told me, "Daddy, look at them, he got on those Grinches." And he told me, he said, they're about $250 to $300. And I was like, $250 to $300? And then his friend who plays on his team was like, he tapped his mom and was like, "Mom, you should have got me those." And she didn't even like flinch or say anything about it. So I turned around and looked at him and said, "For $250 to $300? He said, "Yeah, that's really not that much." I looked at my son and said, "Dude, you better not ask me for no damn $250, $300 shoes. When I shop on Nike.com, I'm viewing the $100 and under section." And lastly, I'm seeing brokenness cured in home buying. Now, at a point in time, I was a top 5 earner in the U.S. And even though I still never bought a house that cost more than $250,000, I'm currently fixing and flipping houses, and I list them because I'm a licensed real estate agent as well. So I list my own flips. And I get to see people's financing, and I know what, the property taxes are and what the estimated insurance is going to be and so forth. And I recently sold a house to an FHA buyer who put 3.5% down. The sales price of the house was $315,000. Her interest rate was somewhere in that 7.8 to 7.9 range, I believe. So I know that I can estimate her payment to be, when you factor in principal, taxes, insurance, and mortgage insurance, that it's going to be somewhere in that $2,800 to $3,000 range, probably closer to $2,900 to $3,000 range. And we're talking about normal Joes and Susies are still out here buying houses at these high prices in this current market of high interest rates. That's a lot of bread to spend on a house. And we're not even talking about a mansion or anything like that. We're talking bread and butter, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, about 1,800 square feet outside of Dallas in the suburbs. Like I said earlier, I am not a hater and I love to see everybody doing well. But let's be real. Is everybody out here really getting money like that? You got to ask yourself. Probably not. There are probably some people who are sacrificing future wealth for having these things right now. And the statistics kind of back that up, because if you look at the average or the median household income in the U.S., you're talking about $75,000 to $77,000. And it's not like I live in some, elite Beverly Hills neighborhood where only high income earners live and I only have elite friends or anything like that, because that's far from the truth. So I know that some people are sacrificing some wealth out here to have some things to show everybody else and keep up with the Joneses. So what am I doing wrong? Because I can't flex on these people with the new crib and the new car and the fancy clothes and shoes. Well, I guess that's because I'm buying rental property instead of buying a new crib. I'm investing in my daughter's college education and my son's education instead of buying a new car. I guess I'm investing in crypto instead of buying new shoes and new clothes. And I guess I'm spending my time trying to build a business so I can control my time. As a matter of fact, the other day, I had to take my son to school, and we have to be there a little after 7 a.m. So that means that we got to get up around 6:10, 6:15 so that he can get dressed, and then we can drive to the school. So I drove to the school, dropped him off, headed back home, and I was dog tired because I hate getting up in the morning. And I sat on the couch, and man, I just crashed for about 3 hours. And then I got up and went to work. And for that brief moment, I actually felt rich, because the feeling that I had at that moment of being able to sleep for those 3 hours and then get up and go to work was greater than the feeling that any new crib, any new car, or any new clothes and shoes could ever give me. I know I can't be the only person out here seeing this. I know you guys are out here seeing the same thing. And I just want to make this video to kind of share my thoughts on what I'm just seeing in my immediate surroundings. If you got something to say or want to share a thought, go ahead and drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, take care and be safe out here in these social media streets.